Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is the second episode of the series, and Naruto is sharper than he lets on, and he has learned jujutsu and secret knowledge from all across Konoha as he grew up. To show your support, like and subscribe. Let's get this show going. Since the Uchiha massacre as it came to be known happened at the end of the school year, it only caused the year to end 2 weeks early. During the summer break Naruto started making massive strides in his growth, learning a handful of new justice and mastering his Sharingan up to 2 tomes in each eye. Naruto also mastered weapon making as well as how to make herbal remedies and antidotes. The justice Naruto learned were the Gale Palm, Water Bullet, Phoenix Fire Flower, Shushin Jutsu, Crystal Ball Jutsu, Earth Style, Underground Projection Fish Technique, Four Legs Technique, Fog Clone Jutsu, Hiding Camouflage Technique, Mind Transfer Jutsu, Projection Technique and the Escape Jutsu. He didn't master them all, let's make that clear right now, so don't think he did. When the school year began, Naruto and his friends immediately noticed the difference in behavior. Sasuke as well as a lot of girls starting to swoon over him. Behold, the birth of the fangirl. Noted Naruto tremble in fear as they are one of the most vicious creatures you will ever face. Thankfully Hinata isn't like that, right? Said Kiba. No, she's not a fangirl, replied Naruto, but she is a normal preteen girl with a crush on me. We all know that. Naruto said. Shikamaru: yeah, I know. It's just if I wasn't already good friends with her, I might pretend to like some other girl as part of my mask of foolishness, said Naruto, but as we are friends working on moving past that, I most defiantly am not going to do that. Plus Hinata would pulverize you for doing so. Doesn't hurt either, said Choji. Yeah, no kidding, agreed Naruto with a shiver. I just wish she had a better home life. Yeah, we all do, agreed the others. See, after everything that's been going on, Hinata's progress has slowed considerably, which is worrying for Hiashi. For now the elders are pushing Hanabi, Hinata's little sister of 2 years, become even stronger than her, to become the clan heir and Hinata be branded with the caged bird seal. Not that it would work, as Naruto created and placed a protection seal on her to prevent it from being even placed on her. Now if he could figure out how to remove it after it's been applied, do you think it might have something to do with her nature type? Asked Shikamaru. Maybe. I'm not very good with the normal style of the gentle fist and have been working on my own version, so that might be it, replied Naruto, but I've only just recently started work on that, so I'm not ready to teach anyone it yet. Well, let's get to school, we're running late as it is, noted Choji. Troublesome. But yeah, you're right, it's not the best way to start the year, agreed Shikamaru. So the new school year begins with Naruto declaring that he's Sasuke's rival, only to not be taken seriously due to how bad his grades were last year. Oh, if they only knew. Hello class, it's great to see so many familiar faces again for another exciting year, greeted Iruka as he stepped into the room. Now just like last year, we're going to do a series of tests to see where you stand among your classmates, continued Iruka. Now according to the rankings from the end of last year, the rookie of the year was Naruto Uzumaki? No, that can't be right, I thought he was the dead last. Oh yes, here we are, it was Sasuke Uchiha with Shino not far behind him. Naruto and his friends thought it was funny how Iruka told the class who was really at the top of the class in the form a mistake. However, Sasuke's fangirls reacted as expected and flipped out a bit when they heard Naruto was better than Sasuke. If only for a moment, and just like last year Sasuke was at the top, while Naruto and most of his friends were at the bottom. For the boys, that is, Hinata took second for the girls and fourth overall, and Shino again was second for both the boys and overall. Line break. That went on normally with nothing really noteworthy happening. The same for the other school years, until the last year of school for the students. Of course Naruto learned a few more jutsus, mastering the ones he did know to the point he only needed one seal, or none whatsoever. Even learned how to do them one-handed. Naruto's level with seals and weapon making was almost to the point of being a true master of the art, having created plenty of new seals and could forge his own weapons, which he sold at a shop next to the main plaza where a lot of traders set up their stalls. This brought in a ton of cash for Naruto and those who lived with him. The former Uchihas moved to the floor below him, but spent plenty of time in the commons room of Naruto's flat as it was the largest room up there. Naruto didn't feel so lonely anymore with so many people spending so much time around him. Hiruzen also told him that with all the wealth he's managed to gain, on top of his clan savings, makes him one of the richest people in the village. Only behind the Hyugas, Uchihas, Shinjas, and Sarutobi Shinobi clans in terms of overall wealth, there were still some civilian clans that also held more wealth than he did. Not that Naruto cared all that much and said that he wanted his wealth to be used to help improve the security of the village. Seeing how no one else seemed to put forth the money to do so, though, Hiruzen also told Naruto that all of the vast wealth his clan has in Uzu in its entirety was greater than all the money in Konoha put together, as it was both a hidden village and the capital of Whirlpool, with the Uzumaki ruling over both. But since the attack and destruction of Uzu, no one has managed to find the hidden vaults, let alone get a hold of anything from them. So that means if Naruto could locate them and open them, Naruto would have a lot of cash at his disposal as well as a vast library of knowledge for his use. line break. The final year was interesting as during the year Naruto started pulling even crazier and more elaborate pranks on the people of Konoha. Naruto also started carrying around a wooden tanto that he made himself. The tanto on the other hand was only 8 inches long and had a series of seals that made it just as dangerous as a regular tanto made of metal. Most of the other students didn't know what to make of this change, and Sasuke's fangirls thought he was trying to look cooler than Sasuke. Sasuke himself didn't care as he thought it wouldn't be any use to Naruto. How wrong he was. During the year Naruto started also challenging Sasuke more and more to spars, as well as trying to upstage him in class. Much to the ire of both Sasuke and his fangirls as they felt Naruto was a nobody that had no skill whatsoever. Hey Kakashi, who do you think I'll be paired up with when I graduate this year? Asked Naruto one night at the end of the school year over a dinner of roast duck that Naruto made. I'm afraid that it'd be both Sasuke and Sakura, said Kakashi with a slump. The only good news is that I'd be your sensei as the council wants me to take Sasuke as my apprentice, or if not that focus most of my attention on him and ignore you and Sakura. They do know that's illegal, right? Asked Naruto. I'm sure it was the civilian council that told you to do that, and they have no say in shinobi business. True, but the 2 elders also told me, replied Kakashi. They've really spoiled that boy ever since the night most of his clan was slain. I know, at least they haven't discovered my raid of the jutsu library, or the archives yet, said Naruto. Or that you copied the special writings under the compound, added Kakashi. Not my problem, shrugged Naruto. They should have had better protection for their secrets. That's very much true, agreed Kakashi. Yes, well, I best get to bed soon. Kyuubi wants me to spend the next week training, said Naruto with a yawn. What kind of training? Asked Kakashi. Summoning for one. The other was learning some new kitsune powers, answered Naruto as he summoned a shadow clone to clean up and headed to bed. Line break. Alright Kumara, what am I going to learn exactly this week? Asked Naruto. First, I'm going to teach you how to transform fully into your fox form. After that we'll start with the summoning training, answered Kumara as he manifested into a vague red vaporous form thanks to Naruto creating a special seal to allow some very minor and limited freedom from the seal that held him inside. Naruto, wish I could make that work better, said Naruto. Hey, this is the most freedom I've had in years, plus no one has ever managed to do this before. So don't discredit your work, scolded Kumara. But yes, having a more solid form would be nice. Alright, already submitted Naruto. Now how do I transform? It shouldn't be that hard, thanks to your hench works in the same way, but once you learn how to transform into your kitsune form, your powers will become more powerful, replied Kumara. So just relax and focus on both your kitsune powers and changing forms. Alright, replied Naruto as he sat down and began meditating. A few moments later Naruto felt himself changing. It hurt and felt really weird to him. But once it was over he opened his eyes and immediately noticed that his was no longer human. Did it work? Asked Naruto. Yep. It did, answered Kumara. You now are a 3-tailed blonde fox. Cool, I'm going to go look around to get used to my new body, said Naruto as he tried to stand and move around, failing terribly. Man, this is harder than it looks. Take your time, kid, take your time, said Kumara, who was very proud of Naruto. Also, until you master your new body you should stay like that so you get used to it faster. Alright, agreed Naruto, who proceeded to take a nap. It took 4 days, but Naruto managed to learn how to control his new body and how to change back and forth very quickly and painlessly. He also learned how to summon his fox fire in that form as well as hunt for food. That was an interesting experience for Naruto as he never had to hunt before. Alright, now since you are part kitsune you are allowed to summon full-blooded ones to help you out in various tasks, explained Kumara. What can they do exactly? Asked Naruto, who was currently in his kitsune form. Well, for starters, kitsunes are very good at tracking, spying, assassinations, surprise attacks, delivering messages and the like, answered Kumara. So basically anything related to being sneaky? Asked Naruto. Pretty much. The toads are rather good with most of the other things kitsunes aren't, so between the 2 clans you have your bases covered for most situations you might come across, replied Kumara. Cool, so how do I summon? Asked Naruto. Alright, the hand signs are pretty much the same, but the last one is the hand sign for fox and you call out, Kitsune summoning jutsu, answered Kumara. Alright, here I go, said Naruto as he changed back into his human form so he could preform the hand seals and called out Kitsune summoning jutsu, and slammed his palm on the ground. A poof of smoke appeared and when it dissipated a 5-foot tall, 2-tailed black fox was standing there looking completely confused. Where in the world am I? Asked the kitsune, and how did I get here? Sorry if I interrupted anything, but I'm Naruto Uzumaki, the current vessel for Kumara, and I summoned you here, answered Naruto. Liar. No one can hold Lord Kumara, yelled the kitsune as he lunged at Naruto to attack him. Naruto quickly ducked out of the way, changed forms and blasted the fox spirit with a large dose of fox fire. blowing him into a large boulder. "How dare you call me a liar?" snarled Naruto. "Do I look like I'm lying? I mean, look at me. Okay. How in the world can you use our powers?" asked the kitsune angrily. "Oh, for Kami's sake, sit down and shut up," yelled Kumara as he manifested himself. "Naruto was given this form from me not too long ago, and even though I am a kitsune, I'm still also a BG and can be sealed away like one. Babu, but the elders said that you," whimpered the kitsune. "I said be quiet," ordered Kumara. "Clearly the elders need dealt with, but I'm unable to do anything as of right now. So until I say otherwise, you are going to be staying with Naruto as his personal kitsune summon, am I understood?" "Yes, Lord Kumara," replied the cowed kitsune. "Good. Now what's your name?" asked Kumara. "It's Shade," answered Shade. "It's not the best name, but it's mine." "Okay, Shade. Now I can see that you only have 2 tails so far," noted Kumara, "which means you're fairly young, yet you should know the basic powers our kind uses. So why didn't you use your fox fire and instead jump to attack Naruto?" "Well, I haven't learned how to summon my fox fire yet, and I wasn't thinking clearly when I attacked," answered Shade with shame. "How in the world are you a 2-tailed fox and don't know how to use fox fire?" demanded Kumara. "Well, the elders changed the laws on how one learns how to summon our fox fire and other powers after you went missing, and I'm mostly a sneaky prankster who can slip by most of the guards," answered Shade. "Those elders are dead once I get back," declared Kyubi. "They have no right to do that." "Okay, well, can we get back to training now?" asked Naruto, who felt really out of place. "Sorry, Naruto, but yes, let's," replied Kumara. "We need to get you and Shade in sync with each other the rest of the week." Naruto and Shade got to know each other better, and Kumara told Naruto that he is not to try to summon any other kitsunes until they correct the problems with their homeland. When they returned to Konoha, Naruto told Shade that he would have to stay either in his apartment or outside the village for a little while until the first mission outside the village he gets. When Shade was introduced to the others, they quickly grew fond of him, especially the girls, as they thought he was the cutest thing they had ever seen. Shade had learned to shrink his size down to that of a normal fox so he could get around better. Line break. Soon it was time for the graduation test and everyone was excited for it. Until they looked outside and saw the Hokage monument painted in graffiti. They quickly realized who had done it as they heard a bunch of Chunin and Jonin chase after Naruto, who laughed at their attempts to catch him. "Lord Hokage, he's gone too far this time," yelled a Chunin as he barged in on Hiruzen while he was in the sauna. "My eyes. Well, maybe next time you'll think before barging in here," yelled Hiruzen angrily. "Now tell me what's going on." "It's Naruto, sir. He's painted the Hokage monument," explained the man whose eyes were still smoldering. "Why in the world did he do that?" mumbled Hiruzen. "I haven't done anything to upset him, have I?" "Sir, what should we do?" asked the ninja. "Just follow normal protocol and bring him to me, if you can catch him, that is," replied Hiruzen. "Now leave me. I would like to enjoy the rest of my break." "Thank you very much." The ninja that were chasing Naruto started dropping like flies after an hour of running and jumping around all over the village. Eventually Naruto tricked them into running past him with a basic hiding technique, but was quickly apprehended by Iruka. "Naruto, what do you think you're doing out of class?" yelled Iruka as he used his big head jutsu that he developed from having to deal with Naruto's classmates constantly ignoring him. Was Naruto's smart reply, right before he was tied up and taken back to class by irate Iruka. Line break. "Alright class, now due to a certain interruption we will be going over the henge jutsu." "Alright," said Iruka after he dropped Naruto into his seat next to Hinata. "As it's been since they started school." "Escape jutsu," whispered Naruto as he got free of his bindings. The class wasn't happy to go over the henge and made their displeasure well known. "Alright, now I want you to come up to the front and transform into the 3rd Hokage when I call your name," said Iruka. Eventually it was Naruto's turn, where instead of changing into Hiruzen, he transformed into Jiraiya wearing a toad outfit. How he knew how Jiraiya would look wearing that he'll take to his grave. That's not who I asked you to transform into. But great job anyway," said Iruka. "How do you know what Lord Jiraiya looks like?" asked Mizuki, a teaching assistant that the council appointed to Naruto's class to report his progress. "Better saw a picture in Gigi's office one time," replied Naruto. "I mean, he was his teacher after all, right?" "Fair enough," replied Mizuki, who thought the demon has to fail for my plan to work. Thankfully he's too stupid to actually pass, so it'll be a piece of cake. Later that day Naruto had to clean off the paint, but as he used water-soluble paint it wasn't that hard, and afterwards Iruka took him out for ramen. "Hey Naruto, good luck on the test tomorrow," said Iruka. "I know you'll do great." "Thanks Iruka-sensei. But I was thinking," replied Naruto happily, "that while I'm doing the written part, which for some reason is a bigger part of the test than it should be, I do poorly in class while I have a clone write down my real answers with Gigi. That way no one can mess with them after the fact." "I take it you already brought it up with him?" asked Iruka. "Yep, and he agreed to it," answered Naruto. "The only thing I'm not looking forward to is who my teammates will be." "Sasuke and Sakura, right?" asked Iruka. "Yeah, Them replied Naruto sullenly. It's going to be a pain being around them all the time, but hopefully they come around. No kidding, considering how they act. Agreed Iruka. I mean, I know by the time the Chunin exams come around you'll be ready, but I'm not sure they'll be with Kakashi leading us. We just might barely be able to, said Naruto. Well, I'm off to get ready for tomorrow. What do you think? Should I wear my new outfit or not? I say wear it when team assignments are given out. It'd give them quite a start, answered Iruka. Also don't forget, just because you mess up on the written part doesn't mean you'll fail. I know you can pass with everything else. I know that, Iruka. Those they can't fudge and make me look bad, replied Naruto as he left the ramen bar. Line break. The next day everyone gathered to take the graduation exam. Some felt ready and that they'll pass no problem, others were apprehensive about it, but were still willing to take it. As time went on, Naruto showed off that he was indeed slightly more skilled than he let on, as he passed everything but the written portion so far. Now it was time for the ninjutsu portion of the test. Alright, now this year you are to show us the 3 basic academy jutsus, as well as one other one as extra credit, explained Iruka. While Naruto waited for his turn, he began wondering why he was feeling off today. He just couldn't understand it. Nothing came to mind to explain what was happening. The reason, mainly it was due to the fact that his 4th tail was coming in that day. The second was because Mizuki placed a genjutsu on him to disrupt his chakra flow to make him more likely to fail. Naruto. Uzumaki called Iruka. Alright Naruto, now show us your henge, said Iruka once Naruto was in the back room where the test was to be done. In henge, called Naruto as he was covered in smoke. When the smoke cleared, there standing in front of Iruka and Mizuki was a very much naked girl with long pigtails. Naruto, what kind of jutsu is that? Demanded Iruka. Ga. The hell? I was going for something completely different, exclaimed Naruto in horror. Henge. Once the smoke cleared, they saw that Naruto now looked exactly like Kakashi. Okay, that's a lot better, said Iruka with a sigh of relief, as it took a lot of willpower not to be blown back by a nosebleed. I have no idea where that came from, and I'm never going to change into that again, said Naruto when he undid his henge. Good idea, now, said Iruka as he pulled a wooden kunai and threw it. Think fast. Naruto quickly swapped places with a picture of Hiruzen from off the wall. Not the first thing I would have picked to change places with, but good enough, said Iruka. Now onto the clone jutsu. Naruto started gathering the correct amount of chakra to perform the jutsu, but as soon as he called out clone jutsu, he felt a rush of chakra go into the move, causing a large amount of smoke. What in the world just happened? Thought Naruto when the smoke cleared. There, laying on the ground to his right, was a pale dead clone. I know I can do this, so what the heck is going on? Thought Naruto. Strange, I wonder what went wrong, thought Iruka. I know for a fact that Naruto can do this easily. Ha! My plan worked. Now to put the final pieces into place and get rid of the demon once and for all, thought Mizuki. Well Naruto, I'm afraid that you fail, said Iruka carefully. Can I try one more time? Asked Naruto. I guess, replied Iruka sadly. Naruto still failed to make a proper clone, but now Naruto was beginning to figure out what was going on. Sorry, but you still fail, apologized Iruka. Wait, Iruka, he did make a clone. Surely he can pass, said Mizuki. Both Naruto and Iruka gave him an odd look, Naruto more discreetly as he was pretending to look hopeful. Both of them also wondered what Mizuki's game was, as they both knew that he didn't like Naruto at all. Once school was let out, all the parents congratulated their kids on passing, and also spoke poorly and were glad that Naruto failed. Speaking of Naruto, he was on the tire swing off on his own with his friends looking at him with worry and some confusion. Same went for their parents, as they all knew that Naruto should have passed. As everyone was beginning to leave, Mizuki came over to Naruto to comfort him and put his hand on his shoulder. Naruto, Iruka was just looking out for you, you know, assured Mizuki. He just was looking out for you. The heck is he getting at? Does he not know Iruka lives at the same place I do, or what? Thought Naruto, but seeing how he wanted you to pass, he agreed to let me tell you a secret way to pass, added Mizuki. Okay, that's a lie, thought Naruto. The only way to become a Jonin besides passing the test is a field promotion, but that's not secret. How, Mizuki? Asked Naruto with false hope. Simple, what you need to do is sneak into the Hokage's tower and take the forbidden scroll and take it to a location that I'll have to come find, learn a jutsu from it and then wait for me to arrive, then you pass, answered Mizuki, thinking this is too easy. He's planning on setting me up as the fall guy. Well then, thought Naruto, joke's on him, I have no plan on letting him get away with it. Okay Mizuki, I'll do it, said Naruto. Line break. Getting into the Hokage's tower was painfully easy and getting the scroll was just as easy. Though Naruto told Hiruzen, Iruka and Kakashi what was going on beforehand. Hiruzen wasn't happy with Mizuki's plan and told Naruto that he'll have to go all out when the time comes to deal with the traitor, and that it was going to be put down as a high B rank mission. While Naruto ran off to the location, Hiruzen sent out ninja to find him as part of the act. Though Mizuki tried to find Iruka to tell him, but he was already among the gathered ninjas, stating he was heading home for the night when the alarm was sounded. Line break. Naruto arrived at a small clearing a mile out of the village and opened the scroll. Let's see if I can't learn anything from this, said Naruto. The first thing is the shadow clone, but I already know that. Let's see what else there is. Naruto read everything in the scroll with his Sharingan eyes as not to miss anything and found a lot of high-grade jutsus that he could learn and set out to doing so with an army of shadow clones. 2 hours later Naruto managed to learn most of the jutsus in the scroll, not that they were very powerful yet and far from being mastered. As he closed up the scroll, Iruka found him and entered the clearing. Naruto, just what were you thinking? Demanded Iruka as he played his part, as he sensed that Mizuki trailed after him as he was one of the few people who could find Naruto when he hides away. Except when using a certain jutsu to blend into the shadows around him. Training Iruka-sensei. I learned a really cool jutsu from the scroll, so I pass, right? Replied Naruto in the guise of an idiot. What do you mean? Asked Iruka. Mizuki-sensei told me, all I had to do to pass the secret test was to get this scroll from Gigi's tower, learn a jutsu from it before he gets here and bam. I pass. Explained Naruto. Mizuki told you? Asked Iruka as he sensed a hail of kunai headed towards them. Naruto, look out, yelled Iruka as he knocked Naruto out of the way and got hit by a bunch of kunai. Good work, Iruka, mocked Mizuki. Now Naruto, hand me the scroll. No, Naruto, don't do it. That scroll is full of important secrets, yelled Iruka. Huh? What's going on? Asked Naruto in false confusion. You're the one to talk, Iruka, said Mizuki. Hey Naruto, you want to know why everyone hates you? Yeah? Replied Naruto. No Mizuki, don't, it's forbidden, cried Iruka. 12 years ago the nine-tailed fox attacked the village, started Mizuki, but how the fourth Hokage defeated the nine-tailed fox was that he had to seal it into a newborn. No. Don't tell him, yelled Iruka. Sealed in a newborn? Asked Naruto. What are you saying? That you were that newborn, Naruto explained. Mizuki, you were the nine-tailed fox reborn. That's why everyone hates you. Even Iruka hates you. The reaction was Naruto to go deadpan, then into rage as he yelled, hey asshole, newsflash, I've known about the Kyuubi for a few years now. And that those who break that law are to be put to death. And I'll gladly do so. What are you? Exclaimed Mizuki as Naruto stopped hiding his true power, changing into his kitsune form and launching at him at high speed. Someone who has played you for a fool, Mizuki, said Iruka as he appeared behind the man, ready to end him. What are you doing? He needs to die, yelled Mizuki. The Kyuubi has taken over. Wrong, Naruto has managed to gain that form from hard work, corrected Iruka. Not that you'll live to tell anyone. Mizuki tried to escape, but was cornered by Naruto, who summoned 2,000 shadow clones and proceeded to beat him to death, with him punching right through his chest as the killing blow. Traitor, was the last thing Mizuki heard before he died. You alright, Naruto? Asked Iruka, concerned as Naruto has never killed anyone before. At least he hopes so. I'll be alright, Iruka replied Naruto as he pulled his hand free. Had to get this over with at some point. Not that I enjoyed killing him, I'd be worried if you did, said Iruka. Welcome here, Naruto. There's something I want to give you. What is it? Asked Naruto as he came over to Iruka. Close your eyes, it's a surprise, replied Iruka happily. When Naruto closed his eyes he felt Iruka lower the goggles he wore and placed something else in its place. Alright, you can open your eyes now, said Iruka. When Naruto did so he noticed that Iruka didn't have his headband on, meaning that he gave it to Naruto, who asked, does this mean? Congrats, you graduate, replied Iruka, even if it wasn't in the normal course of actions. Plus this counts a field promotion, so even if things don't go well with your teammates you still are a full ninja. Thanks Iruka-sensei, cried Naruto as he glomped Iruka in a big hug. Hey, take it easy, we've had a rough night, complained Iruka as he broke out in laughter. It's a shame that you had to kill it so young, Naruto. But I know you're strong enough to get past it, said Hiruzen as he finished writing out Naruto's ninja registration form, making his field promotion legal. Plus the stupid civilian council can't argue about you not becoming a ninja anymore. Once Naruto and Iruka came back, after Naruto cleaned off his hand, to return the forbidden scroll, Hiruzen told Naruto that he can keep it as he'd keep it safer at his place than at the Hokage's tower. Are you sure, Jigi? I mean, this scroll is very important, asked Naruto. Think of it as a graduation present. Plus I'm sure you already have read through it already, replied Hiruzen. Thanks Gigi, thanked Naruto happily. Hey Naruto, I just realized that your fourth tailhead came in during our confrontation with Mizuki, noted Iruka. Hey, you're right, my chakra feels stronger and I have more of it, said Naruto. I'm sure your godfather will be glad to hear that when he gets back, said Hiruzen. Hey, when will he be back? Asked Naruto. He should be back by the time the Chunin exams start, answered Hiruzen. I wish he was here to see me graduate, said Naruto softly. Well, he did send you a jutsu scroll for you to learn from as a graduation present, said Hiruzen as he tossed over the scroll. It's his hair growth jutsu and a defensive jutsu called Needle Guardian. The hair growth jutsu is in there as you need to have a lot of hair for it to work. Thanks Gigi. Tell Pervy Sage I said thank you, said Naruto. Now I should be getting to bed, it's late. Good idea, Now remember you have team assignments in 1 week, said Hiruzen, but you should get your ninja ID picture taken as soon as possible. Alright Gigi, see you later, replied Naruto as he leapt out of the window and towards his house. Line break. The next day Naruto woke up and changed into his new outfit and strapped on his wooden 24 inches katana to his back. Now instead of his bright orange monstrosity, Naruto wore dark gray leggings that were strapped to his legs with black workout bands, a dark gray kimono with orange highlights and a long black cloak with a white Uzumaki swirl on the upper back that went over his katana. He was also wearing black ninja boots that had shin guards built in and slim gauntlets to protect his hands. Naruto had his black tool pouch strapped to the side of his legs and on his belt that had plenty of space for his scrolls. All in all, Naruto looked fairly imposing. Naruto of course used the henge to hide his new look until teams were assigned and headed over to the Hokage's tower to get his picture taken. Alright, now are you ready? Asked the cameraman. Hold on, said Naruto as he dropped his illusion. Now I'm ready. Ninjas and their tricks, complained the man as he took the picture. Nice photo, Naruto. I take it this is how you're going to look once teams are handed out? Said Hiruzen after Naruto gave him his ID picture. Yep, sure is, replied Naruto. Now onward to working on my little project. I can't wait to see it once it's complete, replied Hiruzen. Just then the door suddenly opened up and a young boy came rushing in holding a shuriken, yelling, "Haha! Now I'll defeat you." Before tripping over his overly long scarf and falling flat on his face, Naruto gave a questioning look at Hiruzen, who replied, "That's my grandson Konohamaru. This is his 5th attempt today. It's only 7 in the morning. Geez, what's up with him?" pondered Naruto. "Hey, who tripped me?" demanded Konohamaru, who then pointed at Naruto. "It was who, wasn't it?" "What, who, me?" replied Naruto as he came over and picked him up and said, "Listen here, if I wanted to trip you, you'd never know it was me. Honorable grandson, where are you?" called out a voice from the hall. Konohamaru flinched at the voice as he didn't like Ebisu, which Naruto noticed and decided to help the poor kid out a bit by whispering to him, "If you can find me by the end of the day, I'll help you out way better than the closest pervert," before vanishing from sight. Konohamaru quickly ran after Naruto as he wanted his help, and he's heard that he's incredibly skilled for someone his age from his grandfather and uncle, huh? "I swore he was in here," said Ebisu as he entered the room. "Oh, he was, but he's gone after Naruto for some reason," said Hiruzen. "Now if you don't mind me, I'm going to grab a bite to eat. Seeing how I missed breakfast, I can't let the demon influence his honorable grandson. It'd be a disaster," thought Ebisu as he ran off to find Konohamaru before he found Naruto. It took Konohamaru until lunch to find Naruto as he was eating at Ichiraku's for lunch. "Have you been here this entire time?" asked Konohamaru, who was worn out from looking for Naruto. "No, I was at home working on a special project. If you had asked your grandfather where I lived, you might have found me sooner," answered Naruto. "Oh, but did you mean you'd help me?" asked Konohamaru. "Yeah, I kinda owe Gigi for all the help he's given me over the years. It's the least I can do," answered Naruto. "Plus I'm sure I'm a better teacher than Ebisu. That guy thinks there are shortcuts to just about everything I know. He keeps spouting on about how he's my shortcut to becoming Hokage," agreed Konohamaru. "Hokage, huh? Why do you want to do that?" asked Naruto. "So everyone will see me for me, and not as the honorable grandson, not Konohamaru," explained Konohamaru. "I mean, Grandpa gave me my name after the old name of the village, so it would be easier to remember. But no one calls me that, I see. Well, come with me and I'll see what you know so far and see what I can do," said Naruto as he got up and paid for his meal. Line break. Naruto brought Konohamaru to one of the training grounds and asked him to show him what he knew. To say he was impressed would be the biggest lie in the village. "Okay, just how much have you been taught so far?" asked Naruto. "I mean, you can even hide that well or use any jutsu. Ebisu has been drilling me on history and other boring stuff before he'll teach me anything," explained Konohamaru. "I can't even use my chakra yet, and it was one of the first things I was supposed to learn." "Haven't you told Gigi or your parents?" asked Naruto. "No," answered Konohamaru. "Well then I know what I'm going to teach you," said Naruto, "and after that I'll teach you a cool chakra control trick, so it becomes easier to use." "Thanks," said Konohamaru, who was glad to be taught something useful. "Now I agree that just teaching academic stuff before how to use chakra is bad form. It is important to learn that type of stuff so you're successful in life," said Naruto. "But I'm not going to bother you with that." It took Konohamaru a little over an hour to unlock his chakra, where Naruto told him he had a little more than the average kid his age. It made Konohamaru happy to know the amount of chakra was slightly more than most of the other kids in his age group. "Now I'm going to teach you how to walk up trees or other flat surfaces," said Naruto. "It's also great for sticking to the ground when there is a strong wind." "Wow, that's so cool," said Konohamaru. "Yep. Now normally you learn the leaf sticking exercise before this, and then your Jonin sensei would teach you this," said Naruto. "Of course in my class I learned this on my own after seeing someone else doing it." "That's cool," said Konohamaru. "Yeah, okay it is. Now here, let me show you how it works," said Naruto as he walked up to a tree and started walking up it with just his feet and stopped midway. "The trick is to get a running start, or so I've heard, but I think starting laying down at the bottom of the tree and seeing how much chakra it takes to keep your foot on it before starting to climb. It hurts a lot less, thanks for the advice, said Konohamaru as he started trying to climb a tree the way Naruto told him to. Line break. A few hours later and Konohamaru managed to learn how to climb a tree with just his feet reasonably well for someone his age. We also see Naruto and Konohamaru taking a break and having a snack to regain their energy. There you are, declared Ebisu as he jumped into the clearing the two were in and came towards Konohamaru. Now honorable grandson, please get away from this riffraff at once. Being around people like him will ruin your chances of becoming Hokage. Only with my guidance can you reach the top the fastest way. Do you have a screw loose or something? There is no shortcuts to becoming Hokage. I should know, as that's what I'm going to become someday, stated Naruto. What, you didn't tell me that? Yelled Konohamaru. You didn't ask, plus it just makes us rivals, said Naruto with a smile. Of course I'm going to become Hokage before you do, honorable grandson. You must come with me at once, ordered Ebisu as he grabbed Konohamaru's scarf and tried to pull him away. But Konohamaru used his recently learned skill to keep him from moving. Shadow Clone Jutsu, yelled Naruto as he summoned up 200 clones behind him. Leave him alone please, I'm a Jonin. I'm not going to fall to something like this, said Ebisu. Great breakthrough, yelled Naruto as he summoned up a massive gale with all his clones as blew Ebisu far away, but left Konohamaru still standing there as wow, that was amazing. You blew him away, said Konohamaru in awe. Well, he didn't see it coming for one. And for two, I used a large amount of clones, said Naruto, but I suggest getting a different tutor, and not me, as I'm going to be starting my ninja career soon. Alright, agreed Konohamaru. Well, see you around, Konohamaru, said Naruto as he started walking away. I've got a long way to go before I reach our dream. Yeah, now we're rivals, agreed Konohamaru, who was happy that someone recognized him for who he was and not who his grandfather was. Next Monday, Naruto headed to the academy for the team assignments in his new gear with the hood of his cloak up so people don't recognize him right away. Once he reached the academy, he slipped into his classroom and sat down in his normal seat. Not that the people that were already in the room recognized him due to his new clothes. Not including Iruka, as Naruto showed it to him. Congrats all of you for graduating and becoming Jonin, said Iruka. Now you take your first steps into a larger world. Now I will read off who your new teammates will be for the beginning of your careers. Line break. Meanwhile, the Hokage's office was filled with the 12 Jonin that were to test the new group of graduates from the academy to see if they actually become Jonin or not. Except Naruto, as he had a field promotion. Not that Hirschin was going to tell them that. Where's Kakashi? Shouldn't he be here? Asked one of the Jonin. Kakashi already knows which group he's going to be testing, said Hiruzen. Team 7, you mean the one that has the last Uchiha and the dead last brat, said a different Jonin. I bet he's just going to fail the team just so he can train just the Uchiha and leave the demon to rot, said another Jonin, who quickly found a kunai in his throat and dropped dead. You should know better than to refer to Naruto in that way, warned Hiruzen as he let the group feel a good amount of his ki. Most of the group got nervous, but the senseis of teams 8, 9 and 10 weren't, as they all knew Naruto one way or another and liked the kid. I can't believe that someone would be so unyouthful as to say such a thing in front of Lord Hokage, noted Might Guy. Line break. Iruka began naming off the teams from 1 to 6 before reading of Team 7 will be Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, sequel from Sakura and grown from Ino, and Naruto Uzumaki. But Tsunade Naruto failed, complained Sakura, plus he's not even here. Actually, Sakura Naruto came to me later and tried again as there was something wrong with his chakra that day. That's why he failed then, and he is here where he normally sits. The entire room looked over to where Naruto would sit and saw Naruto in his new outfit just sitting there. What? I'm not that hard to miss, am I? Baka. Stop trying to act all cool like Sasuke, yelled Sakura. Why would I do that? Asked Naruto. I don't want a rod stuck up my rear end anyway. As I was saying before I was interrupted. Cut in. Iruka, your sensei will be Kakashi Hitake. Cool, we get a former Anbu captain as team leader, noted Naruto, knowing it would get attention but not telling them about his tendency to turn up late on most occasions. Sasuke liked hearing that his was going to be taught by a former Anbu, as he'll become stronger faster so he can kill his older brother. Yeah, like that's going to happen. Iruka then continued on listing off teams 8, 10, 11 and 12. 9 was still in circulation under Might Guy. Then he told them that they'll be picked up by their senseis after lunch. By any chance do you two want to come with me for lunch? Naruto asked his new teammates. I mean, we're supposed to be teammates after all. No way, you're just trying to take me out on a date or something, replied Sakura, who was repulsed by such a thought. Like heck, I'd ask you on a date, snapped Naruto. Everyone knows me and Hinata like each other, so I'm not going to waste my time on you, was all Sasuke said as he got up to leave. Now don't get him wrong, if Sakura or any of his fangirls were going to be there he was going to stay away. Otherwise he might have agreed, just to see what Naruto's game was. Naruto left to go get lunch at Ichiraku's, but not before inviting his friends along, And Ino, as she was part of Shikamaru and Choji's team blah. Ramen, seriously, what about my figure? Well, do you know they've been working on a diet line of ramen for some time. They just need some willing people to taste it, countered Naruto. Plus this place is the best in all of Konoha, said Ino in surprise. I didn't know that. Hey Naruto, where's your teammates? Asked Kiba. Sakura thought I was trying to ask her out on a date and ran off after Sasuke, who also didn't want to come with, answered Naruto. Seriously, we all know who'd I'd ask out way before her forehead said that? Asked Ino in shock. How dense is she to how your feelings towards Hinata? I have no idea, replied Naruto. Hinata just smiled as she watched the conversation move on. Anyhow, from what I know about our senseis, we should all become great ninjas someday, said Naruto. How do you know anything about our senseis? Asked Ino. If you'd hang around us more and not pay so much attention on Sasuke, you would have known we've met them before at Kakashi's for a game night, answered Naruto. How do you know where he lives? Asked Ino. He lives at the same place I do, but don't tell Sakura or Sasuke that. I want it to be a surprise, answered Naruto. And where do you live? Asked Ino. At the same place that bears my clan's name, answered Naruto with a flat look. I mean, come on, how hard is it to figure out where I live? Oh. Oops, my bad, apologized Ino. It's alright, but Ino, if you want to keep up with everyone, you're going to have to pull back on the dieting and focus more on your training and skills. Otherwise you're going to fall behind in our dust, warned Naruto. We've been holding back in school, some of us more so than others. What do you mean by that? Asked Ino, who didn't believe him. Well, Hinata and Shino haven't held anything back, but the rest of us, explained Naruto, have been keeping our full abilities back since the start of school. I mean, think about it. How is it that so many clan heirs are at the bottom of a class that has a large number of civilian students? Ino's face at the realization of how much she's been played is very amusing, causing everyone to break out in laughter. The group then heads back to school after a very informative lunch, at least for Ino, to meet up with their senseis. Quick note, for the Shinobi clans, and a few others, they know that Naruto is part of a clan, but his mother is away recovering and there is a chance that more of them are out in the world somewhere. To the rest, he's just a clanless orphan. Once everyone got back to school, they sat down and waited for their senseis to arrive. Naruto, knowing Kakashi's habit of being late, had a clone go fetch a good book to read while he waits. Without any of his friends noticing him make the clone and said clone handing him a book. Soon after everyone was back in the classroom, all the senseis except Kakashi arrived and picked up their teams to give them their final test. You two better get comfortable, Kakashi isn't going to be here for a while, warned Naruto as he pulled out his book and began reading it. Since when do you read? Asked Sasuke when he saw the book. I've never seen you willingly pick up a book. Sure, if they're school books, otherwise I like to read most kinds of books, replied Naruto. Alright, what book is it? Asked Sasuke. Probably that perverted series Icha, said Sakura, who was upset Sasuke was talking to Naruto and not her. Once those words left her mouth, she was hit with the full brunt of Naruto's ki, which dropped the temperature of the room by 20 degrees as he said, you dare accuse me of being a pervert and reading smut when you have that sicking altar to Sasuke and do some rather disgusting things that I'm not even going to repeat. Sakura was paralyzed by Naruto's ki and mortified by his accusations and barely managed to say, you have no professor of any of that. Exactly how bad is it? Asked Sasuke as he figured that his fangirls did something like that. You don't want to know, really you don't, said Naruto with a shudder. Just tell me, said Sasuke. I can handle it fine. Here, see for yourself, said Naruto as he handed Sasuke a folder. Sasuke took a quick peek and quickly closed it and had a look of absolute horror on his face. See, she's by far the worst fangirl ever, whispered Naruto. Not even Ino, who's the second worst fangirl of yours, is nearly this bad. How in the world did you even get those pictures? Asked Sasuke. Oh, theirs isn't anywhere in the village I haven't been in, replied Naruto. Now please leave me to my book. You still haven't told me what book it is, said Sasuke. It's a book on medical jutsu and procedures, answered Naruto, not looking at becoming a medical ninja or anything, but it's a good idea to have some skill. Think I might be able to use those kind of jutsus? Asked Sasuke. They require very good chakra control, so I'm not sure how well you could use them, replied Naruto. After that no one said anything, though Sakura gave Naruto dirty looks. It wasn't until 3 o'clock that Kakashi arrived at the room. My first impression of you, said Kakashi when he entered, causing Sasuke and Sakura to look up at him. Two of you are boring, huh? Said Sakura stupidly. HN grunted Sasuke. Anyway, be up on the roof in 5 minutes, said Kakashi as he shushined away. Naruto also shushined away. Much to Sasuke and Sakura's surprise, the two of them arrived on the roof shortly after Naruto and Kakashi, who were having a very engaging conversation about seals. Oh, you're here, said Kakashi as the two came over, ending the conversation with Naruto. Now take a seat and then we can introduce ourselves. What do you want us to say? Asked Sakura as and Sasuke sat down on opposite sides of Naruto. Seriously, how did she get her spot as the top Kanochi? Thought Kakashi, who answered, you know your name, likes, dislikes, hobbies, dreams, that sort of stuff. Can you show us? Asked Sakura. The others gave her a blank look in response. I mean, seriously, how smart is she really? Alright, fine. My name is Kakashi Hitake. I like teamwork and those close to me. What I don't like are traitors and those who break their word. As for my hobbies, you're all too young to understand it. As for my dream, well, it is to make my fallen comrades proud of me and pass on their will of fire to the next generation for them. Now you pinky who me? My name is Sakura Haruno. What I like. Looks over to Sasuke and squeals. I dislike Naruto and Inapig. My hobbies are. Squeals again. My dream is. Squeals once again at a higher pitch. Was Sakura's response. Good grief, this is really bad. I'm not sure how I'm going to correct this behavior. Thought Kakashi, who said, alright Mr. Dark and Brooding, your turn. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. The only thing that I currently like are tomatoes. What I dislike are fangirls and especially fanboys, and the one who destroyed my clan. My only hobby is training, and my dream, no ambition, is to destroy a certain man and rebuild my clan. Was Sasuke's response just as I thought, but he seems to be somewhat stable. Thought Kakashi, who said, alright, now your turn Whiskers. Naruto shot Kakashi a glare, but went forth and say, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, my friends, reading, studying new jutsus, and fuinjutsu. What I don't like are traitors and people who can't tell the difference between a kunai, the scroll it's sealed in. My hobbies are making seals, reading, hanging out with my friends and those close to me. My dream is to become Hokage and make my parents proud of me, even if they're not here with me. Just what I expect from Naruto. Thought Kakashi. What parents? You're an orphan, said Sakura insensitively. The incredibly cold look she got from the others made her very nervous. Sakura, where do you get the nerve to say something like that? Said Kakashi in a cold tone. We've all lost our parents for various reasons. Oh. I didn't know, said Sakura in a small voice. Well, think before you open your trap, warned Kakashi. Now tomorrow at 7 we are going to have a survival exercise. Why? Asked Sasuke. We did those in the academy. This one is a little different than normal, explained Kakashi. As if you fail it, you will have to go back to the academy for another year if you're lucky. Otherwise be dropped from the Shinobi program permanently. Oh, and this test has a 66% failure rate. Both Sasuke and Sakura both got nervous as that meant the of their dreams/ambitions. Naruto wasn't worried as he was already a Genin thanks to his field promotion. Also, as a warning, don't eat breakfast, or you'll throw up, advised Kakashi before he vanished. Eat something light, but filling, said Naruto, otherwise you aren't going to have the energy to do much. Then Naruto also vanished to finish a project he's been working on for some time. Sasuke left, ignoring Sakura's advances to get ready for the next day, and try to figure out just who Naruto was. Sakura just daydreamed about Sasuke and didn't do anything to get ready. Line break. The next day Sakura was the first one to arrive to the training grounds, but it was the wrong one as it was training ground 9. She was scared by the sunset of youth and ran off screaming and swore to never speak of it again. This is why Sasuke was the first one to arrive to training ground 7 at 7 and see Sakura come running in with a terror-struck face. Man, she's such a dead weight, thought Sasuke. At least Naruto seems to take things seriously now, so me might actually keep up with me. Somewhat a half-hour later Naruto arrived with a batch of scrolls under his arms and proceeded to use some of them to create a screen between himself and the others and called out, don't mind me, just putting the finishing touches to something I've been working on for quite some time. It was around 10 when Kakashi arrived to see Sakura off to the side sulking, and Sasuke looking over to Naruto, who was looking rather smug about something. Hi there, greeted Kakashi. You're late, yelled Sakura. Sorry, I had to help this old lady get her shopping home when her bags ripped, apologized Kakashi. Sure, said Naruto, who didn't quite believe him. Anyway, your test is to take these bells from me by the time this alarm goes off, said Kakashi as he pulled out said bells and alarm clock and placed the clock on one of the 3 stumps in the clearing. But sensei, there's only 2 bells, noted Sakura. Correct, those who fail to get a bell will be tied to a stump while the rest of us eat, said Kakashi as he turned to face them, and then their fate of what happens to them afterwards will be decided. The 3 former students got ready to move. Now begin, called Kakashi. The 3 of them jumped away to hide from Kakashi. Well, at least she knows how to hide somewhat, noted Kakashi as he saw that Sakura was hidden fairly well. Sasuke did a good job as well, but Naruto on the other hand, I have no clue where he went. As Kakashi went after the 3 students, going for Sakura first as she was the easiest and weakest of the 3 by far. PSD Sakura, whispered Kakashi from behind Sakura, startling her and making her turn around. Kakashi cast the Hell Viewing Jutsu on Sakura, who fell for it very easily. It's the same as in canon. Look it up. I wonder if Sasuke will work with me or not, pondered Naruto. I mean, that's the main part of this test, right Kakashi? Correct Naruto, I even hinted at it yesterday when I talked about myself, replied Kakashi. Now are you going to go for a bell or not? Who says I haven't? Replied Naruto as he showed a bell in his hand. Kakashi quickly checked his belt where he tied the bells on and saw both of them were still there. When Kakashi looked up, Naruto was gone. Sneaky little. I bet I only came across him by chance, so he distracted me to get away. I'm so proud of him." Eventually Kakashi wandered over to where Sasuke was so he could test his skill level. "Well Sasuke, are you coming out? Or do I have to flush you out?" called Kakashi. Sasuke quickly burst out from the underbrush and tossed a handful of shuriken at Kakashi, who easily tilted to the side to avoid them. But that's what Sasuke wanted, as the shuriken set of a trap he set, causing a volley of kunai to fly at Kakashi at much faster speeds, seemingly killing him. Only for him to poof and show that all Sasuke hit was a log. "Damn, where did he go?" pondered Sasuke as he looked around, not forward, behind, to the side or up. "Then that means..." Sasuke quickly jumped up, barely out of the grasp of Kakashi, who had gone underground. "Huh, I was hoping to get you with that," noted Kakashi. "Guess you're a little better than I thought. I'll show you just how strong I am," shouted Sasuke as he began forming hand seals. "There is little chance of him being able to pull that jutsu off, but just in case," thought Kakashi. "Fireball jutsu," yelled Sasuke as he took in a deep breath and breathed out a large ball of fire that nearly hit Kakashi head on. "Impressive, but I've seen better," said Kakashi out from behind Sasuke before knocking him out with a quick chop to the neck. "Now let's see what Naruto's going to do to try to pass." Sasuke woke up not long afterwards, upset that he was taken down so easily, but found that he wasn't alone. Naruto was only a few feet away from him, giving him a appraising look. "What?" snapped Sasuke. "I saw you and Kakashi fight," said Naruto. "You did alright for someone fresh out of the academy, but against someone like Kakashi you stand no chance of getting those bells on your own." "A-chan," was Sasuke's response. "I suppose you have a plan of some sort?" "Yes, but the problem is that this is a test on teamwork," replied Naruto. "Now while I don't have a problem working with you, it's our other teammate that's the issue." "Can't we file for a new teammate?" asked Sasuke. "No," said Naruto, "and that sucks. Hopefully we can somehow break her out of her fangirl ways and function as a team if we pass. The only good thing is that she'll do anything I tell her to do," said Sasuke. "And that's why you're going to tell her my plan," said Naruto. "Alright, what's the plan?" asked Sasuke, all out assault. "You and Sakura distract Kakashi while I get my new toy ready to take Kakashi one-on-one. But during our fight the two of you take the bells. You can help me out if you think you can get a hit, and seeing you're good enough not to hit your teammates," explained Naruto. "What kind of new toy is it?" asked Sasuke. "Wait and see," replied Naruto. Line break. After finding Sakura and having Sasuke tell her the plan, they set out to put it into action. Kakashi was waiting for them in the same clearing that they started, and when they found him to initiate the plan, "Seems Naruto has managed to get them to work together," thought Kakashi as he began dogging Sasuke and Sakura's attacks. It was pitifully easy to avoid Sakura. She had very little skill in hand-to-hand combat or weapons. "Alright guys, I'm ready," suddenly called Naruto as he created a ring of shadow clones around everyone, trapping them. Kakashi noticed that Naruto was holding the hilt of a katana, but it had no blade. "I see, so you've finished it," said Kakashi, who was both impressed and worried that Naruto completed his project yet. "My Fuinjutsu blade, Fokujukaze, Fox Wind, is finally finished," replied Naruto proudly as he gripped the hilt in both hands. "And you're my test subject. Show me how strong your blade is," challenged Kakashi as he pulled out his white chakra saber. Naruto fixed and improved it last month. It only took him a year. Naruto channeled chakra into the hilt, creating a 3-feet-long blade of pure wind chakra, then charged Kakashi head-on with an overhead strike. Kakashi quickly blocked the blow, barely, and noted that Naruto's sword had two other bands that were different color wrapped around the hilt as the grip not glowing. This made him realize that Naruto's sword most likely could also channel his other two elemental affinities, making his sword very powerful and dangerous. Naruto pressed his attack, giving Kakashi no room to counter at all, before suddenly pulling out his other sword from his back, channeling wind chakra through it, and began doing spin attacks at faster speeds than before, forcing Kakashi to move faster as well. And soon he was able to start pulling off counterattacks and take the lead of the fight sometimes, if only for a moment. Yeah, Uzumakis, natural swordsmen as well as seal masters, real nasty combo. Sakura and Sasuke were standing off to the side, not sure what to make of this development. Sakura was so entranced that she forgot the plan, but luckily Sasuke didn't, and noticed that the bells had been cut clean off of Kakashi's belt and dived for them. "Naruto, I got the bells," yelled Sasuke from a safe distance from the two fighters. Naruto soon disengaged from his fight and stood next to Sasuke's side. "Good work, Sasuke. You managed to remember the plan and not get out and distracted." Kakashi quickly checked his belt and saw that the bells had been cut clean off at some point during the fight. "I see, so the plan was for Sasuke and Sakura to distract me while you got your new sword ready, and then while you were fighting me one-on-one they were to swipe the bells from me. I also said that if they felt that they could get a shot in, without putting me in danger, they could," added Naruto. "So, then do we pass?" "I don't want to know what you'd do if I said no after everything," said Kakashi, who was beginning to feel the fatigue from the fight. "But not only did you complete the main task I put in front of you, You also understood the hidden meaning behind this test, so we pass. Asked Sakura. Yes, you are all now officially Team 7, meet me here in 2 days to begin taking missions, replied Kakashi. I'm going to take a rest to recover from that duel. It took a lot more out of me than I thought it would. He. That's my sword's secondary ability, chuckled Naruto. It takes a small amount of my opponent's chakra with each time it makes physical contact if I so wish it to do so. Exactly how much can it drain? Asked Kakashi, who was amazed with what Naruto's sword can do. About 2% of the person's current level of chakra, answered Naruto. There's a few other things it can do, but I'll show you them later. Fair enough, replied Kakashi. Now if you all excuse me, I need to report to the Hokage on you three. Passing 2 weeks have passed since Team 7 passed and became official. And in that time Kakashi has been trying to get them to work together as best as he can. Sasuke and Naruto managed to cooperate decently enough, but with Sakura it's a whole other story, as neither one really wants to be around her. They've also been doing a large number of D-ranked missions, a large part in helping them to work better as a team, and so that they do enough to be able to do at least a low C rank. Currently we find them sneaking around the forest. This is Fox, I'm in position, said Naruto over the radio. This is Avenger, I'm in position, radioed in Sasuke. This is Pink Banshee, in position. Naruto, I get to choose our code names next time, said a very annoyed Sakura. Very loudly, this is Scarecrow, stop yelling over your headset, scolded Kakashi. We don't need you scaring off the target. All right, is the target still there? Asked Sasuke. Nope, it ran off, replied Naruto. Good going, Banshee. It already took us 3 hours to find him and now we have to find him all over again. Thanks a lot, Banshee. If this was a real mission we just might be dead now, added Sasuke. Sorry, apologized Sakura in a small voice. It took them another 3 hours to find their target again and proceed to try to catch them, but each time they just barely missed grabbing it. That was until Naruto called out, alright Tora, I concede. Come here and I'll give you a headband. You clearly are a ninja if you can avoid us for so long. And just like the Tora, the cat jumped out of the bushes and into Naruto's arms, where he proceeded to put a special headband that he had made after having to find the cat 4 times already with the same level of difficulty. I can't believe that worked, said Sasuke in shock. Now if only we can get him to stop running away all the time. I don't know, it's great experience for going after more dangerous targets, replied Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura gave him a look like he was delirious. Let's just return the cat, said Kakashi. Line break. Why is my Tora wearing a ninja headband? Asked the Fire Dynamo's wife. Was the only way to catch him, answered Naruto. Plus I do think he's descended from ninja cats, that's why he escapes so much. Well, he is descended from a long line of nin cats, but I thought he was so cute his just had to have him when he was a kitten, said the Dynamo's wife. Maybe if he got some training it might make him stick around more, even if you can't see him all the time, suggested Naruto. I'm not an animal expert, so you might want to double check first. I never thought that might be why my sweet Tora runs off, said the Dynamo's wife. Hiruzen, give this chap and his a 10% bonus will do, replied Hiruzen as the lady walked out. Nice job, you may have solved an issue that's been ongoing for some time, said Hiruzen. I agree, added Kakashi. But tell me, sir, are there any other missions we can do? Might as well, so more as there is still daylight out. From the looks on Naruto's face, I can tell he's gotten a little tired of the same old D ranks, am I correct? Replied Hiruzen. Naruto, you know C ranks have some risks to them, right? Asked Iruka as he was in the missions room helping out. Yeah, I know, but come on, can't we at least do an easy one? Answered Naruto. I'm sure we'll be fine. What do you think, Kakashi? Asked Hiruzen. I think a quick and simple C rank isn't asking too much, plus it'll be good experience for latter missions that take us out of the village, answered Kakashi. Alright, then bring him in, Iruka said. Hiruzen. Iruka left to go bring the man in, during which Team 7 pondered what kind of man it was. I wonder if he's some kind of prince or wealthy merchant, fantasized Sakura with stars in her eyes. Are you kidding? I bet it's someone who needs a little bit of extra help or something, said Naruto. I mean, this is just a low C rank, whoever it is doesn't have that much money or standing. Iruka led in a man who was clearly drunk and looked like he led a life of hard work into the room. Not going to describe him, it's been done plenty of times. Plus if you've watched the show or read the manga, you know who I'm talking about. They're supposed to protect me? Asked Danza. The pink one looks like she'd drop on the drop of a hat. Hey, yelled Sakura, I'm a ninja. Barely, said the others in the room under their breath. What was that? Said Sakura, who attempted to be threatening, but didn't make much of an impression on them. Alright, knock it off, said Kakashi. Now we're going to leave in 2 hours, so pack for a 2-week mission, and met up at the South Gate. Naruto and Kakashi both headed home to get ready for the mission, but packed extra as they felt that something was off about the mission. Sasuke also went home to pack, but only for what he was told to, as he didn't notice anything off. Sakura on the other hand packed the wrong things, as she packed a bunch of cloths and useless items for a ninja. Once everyone met up they all noticed that Sakura had way more than she needed. Oh, what did you all pack? Asked Naruto with worry. Yes, that's a lot of bags you have there, added Kakashi, who didn't like how many bags she had. But you said to pack everything you need, said Sakura. Yes, and by that I mean food, water, camping gear, weapons and a few changes of cloth, said Kakashi, and from what I can see you packed far too many cloths and not enough of the rest of the things you actually need. I don't even see a tent among your things, but began Sakura. If you thought you were going to get to bunk with Sasuke, forget it. Protocol forbids ninjas that aren't married or in a relationship are not allowed to sleep with each other, cut in Kakashi. We don't want any accidents while out on a mission now, do we? Be lucky that I packed an extra set for you, said Naruto as he fished out a scroll. I figured that you might do something like this. And where is it? Asked Sakura. I don't see you or Kakashi having any bag storage scrolls, answered Naruto. Can't you see both me and Kakashi have extra scrolls on us? Wish I thought of that, noted Sasuke. Any chance you have extra? Seeing how I know how to make them, I'll make you some later, replied Naruto. But I ain't doing it for free. You should, yelled Sakura. If you know how to make stuff, then you should make anything Sasuke-kun wants with no charge. Shut it, girly, snapped Danza. You don't know anything about business. People can't just give their work away for free just because you want them to. We should head out before it get dark, noted Kakashi, effectively ending the conversation there. Sakura was forced to leave practically everything she packed while Naruto sent a clone to take the stuff back to her house. The first few days were uneventful, except for Naruto revealing his top-notch hunting and cooking powers. Sasuke asked Naruto overnight for tips on how to hunt and cook his own food, as he didn't trust Sakura's survival skills and his own were rather lacking at the moment. Naruto told him that he should pay attention to what he's doing and that there's books back in the village to teach him also, and that he should ask Kakashi as well, seeing how he is their sensei. After all, it wasn't until the fourth day that Naruto and Kakashi noticed something wrong. There was a puddle up ahead off to the side of the road, yet it hasn't rained in weeks and it's a rather warm day out. They both had the same thought, enemy ninjas, and got ready for when they attack. As the group passed the puddle, the two hidden ninjas came out and using their bladed chain wrapped Kakashi up, and when they pulled it tight, seemingly sliced him up, causing Sakura to freak and Sasuke to freeze slightly. One down, said one of the ninjas as they ran at Naruto, and Sasuke two down, the other said as they got close to Naruto. Naruto however quickly pulled out his katana and sliced the chain in two, separating the two ninjas from each other. Sasuke, you take the one on the right, I'll deal with the guy on the left, said Naruto as he got into a battle-ready stance. Got it, replied Sasuke as he engaged his target in hand-to-hand, avoiding the poison claw the ninja had on his left arm. Naruto also quickly engaged his target, expertly avoiding his blows and swipes thanks to his Sharingan that he was hiding with a basic genjutsu. The two sides fought hard for a few minutes, with Sasuke having some trouble as the enemy were more skilled than him. Naruto on the other hand found an opening, and as his opponent came up from behind him, swiftly turned around and thrusted his sword right into the guy's chest, killing him instantly, making him Naruto's second kill. Kakashi chose that moment to appear and knock the other guy out, ending the fight. Kakashi-sensei? How? I thought they killed you? Asked Sakura, who was shocked to see him still alive. I used a genjutsu-laced substitution, Sakura explained Kakashi, and I could have taken them out at any time. I just wanted to see how you all would react. And I have to say you all responded the way I thought you would, minus Naruto killing his opponent. That I didn't expect. You killed someone? Exclaimed Sakura in horror. We all will have to kill at some point, Sakura replied Naruto as he cleaned his blade. It's part of the life we chose. Sakura paled terribly after hearing this. How you holding up there, Naruto? Asked Sasuke, who was stunned that Naruto managed to kill and didn't seem overly affected by it. A little ill. He's my second kill I've made, answered Naruto. The first was a traitor I encountered not that long ago. Man, I didn't expect you to have already killed someone, said Sasuke. Was it anyone we knew? Mizuki. He tried to get me to steal for him, and during the confrontation me and Iruka had with him, he spilled a S-class secret in which the punishment for doing so is death, answered Naruto. Didn't you wonder what happened to him? That information is also a A-class secret, added Kakashi. We don't need to have the council up in arms about it. Also, I'll be taking credit for this kill as well. And any others Naruto makes until the Chunin exams, where Naruto will completely drop his facade of weakness he has made to fool people. Naruto knew Sakura would talk about what she heard, so he subtly placed a seal that would remove that information from her by the end of the day. He didn't bother with Sasuke as he could trust him with the information. Kakashi, after tying the remaining ninja up, left to interrogate him to find out why they attacked them. Sasuke on the other hand took Naruto to the side and asked, tell me, just how much have you been holding back? From what Kakashi and GGF told me, I'm very high Genin to mid-level Chunin, answered Naruto. But that's just from my skills, I'm still just a fresh Genin in terms of experience. Damn, so you are the real rookie of the year, replied Sasuke. By far I would have, but then there would have been a lot of problems that would have arisen because of it. Mainly from the civilian council, who I've noticed give you anything you want on a silver platter, said Naruto. I know they do, but while it can work wonders for me, said Sasuke, I honestly don't like it that they do. as it makes things way too easy for me. And I enjoy a challenge, yeah. Well, if you want I can tell you where you and Sakura are in terms of strength, said Naruto. Sure, go ahead, I'd like an honest opinion for once, replied Sasuke. For you Sasuke, I'd put you around mid-genin level, while Sakura is low academy. Very low, answered Naruto. What I don't get is how she even passed in the first place with how bad she is overall, let alone taking the top Kanochi spot. Her mother is on the civilian council, explained Sasuke. I think her mother is a gold digger and is trying to gain access to my clan's funds to live a better lifestyle, or something along those lines. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was true, said Naruto, and I can see that Sakura could become a decent ninja someday, if she set her priorities straight, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unfortunately, if she lives long enough to do that, noted Sasuke. She isn't going to die on my watch, said Naruto. She's our teammate and like or not we have to look out for each other, alright, but I'm not going on a date with her, said Sasuke. Line break. Kakashi soon returned from his interrogation and asked, alright Danza, is there something you'd like to tell us? Like why ninjas were sent after you? You know of Gato? Asked Danza, who looked rather uncomfortable with the looks he was getting from Kakashi and Naruto. You mean Gato of Gato Industries? One of the richest men in the world? Asked Kakashi. What about him? While it is true that he runs a shipping company, it's a front for all of his illegal black market dealings, answered Danza. He set his sights on Wave a little over a year ago and since then taken complete control of the economy, and my bridge is the only thing that can break his control over us given the change in parameters, and the fact you lied about what this mission entails, said Kakashi. We are well in our rights to take you back to Konoha and if you get better protection, but we barely afforded hiring you, exclaimed Danza, and from what I've seen most of your students can handle it while Naruto and Sasuke are a cut above the rest. I still can't put them willing in harm's way, replied Kakashi. However, knowing Naruto as well as I do, I know he'll want to keep going despite the risks. So you're in luck, we'll take you home and protect you until the bridge is complete. But in exchange you'll be paying us back overtime once your country is back on its feet. I can live with it, said Danza, and I can't thank you enough for still willing to help me after I lied. Now I'm going to send word for both backup and for someone to come bring this guy in, said Kakashi. Who are they anyway? Asked Sasuke. The Demon Brothers, Chunin level missing nin from the Hidden Mist, answered Kakashi. They have quite the bounty on their heads as well. How much? Asked Naruto. Average B-ranked bounty, answered Kakashi with a shrug. But let's get moving, it's already noon. The group quickly moved on and arrived at the border of Fire and Wave where they were to take a boat across the water shortly before sunset. Let's get across as quickly as possible and get you home, said Kakashi. The group soon made their way across and got to see just how large and impressive a bridge Danza was building. Wow, look at it. It's so big, whispered Naruto in awe. I told you I was a super bridge builder, replied Danza with pride. I can build just about anything I put my mind to, so long as I have the workers and supplies to do so. We'll keep that in mind in case we need your expertise in the future, said Kakashi. Hey Danza, just how much mist appears around this time? Asked Naruto. Cause something feels a little off. This is about the normal amount of mist for the area and time of day, so I'm not sure what you're getting at, replied Danza with some hints of worry in his voice. Keep alert, there might be more enemies up ahead, warned Kakashi. The group then moved carefully, trying to sense any dangers in the area. Suddenly Naruto pulled out a kunai and tossed it into the bushes. When they checked, they saw a snow-white bunny right under the knife, scarred half to death. Naruto, what was that for? Yelled Sakura as she picked up the rabbit and tried to comfort it. You nearly killed a poor innocent creature. Will you be quiet? We're trying to be stealthy here, scolded Kakashi in a harsh whisper. Naruto suddenly heard the sound of something heavy spinning their way and yelled, hit the dirt. Everyone quickly dived to the ground as a large buster-like sword flew over their heads and lodged itself into a nearby tree. A man with cow-print pants and wrappings over his mouth landed on the hilt of the blade. Well, if it isn't Kakashi of the Sharingan, no wonder the Demon Brothers failed, said the man. I'm going to have to ask you to step aside from the old man. I have a contract to complete. Zabuza, one of the former 7 swordsmen of the mist, said Kakashi as everyone got into defensive positions. Stay back, you three. He's way out of your league. I'm not going to ask again. Step away from the old man, warned Zabuza. Sorry, but our mission is to protect Danza, said Kakashi as he got ready for the fight that was about to accrue. By raising his headband that was covering his Sharingan, the Sharingan. Already I'm honored. Now looks like I'm going to have to kill you all before I kill the old man, said Zabuza as he jumped off his blade, took it by its hilt, pulled out of the tree in one move and jumped back next to the nearby lake. Then he preformed a quick series of hand seals that caused the mist to thicken. Once they were done, Naruto, that's the hitting in the mist jutsu, noted Kumara. With your affinity to water, you should be able to learn and master it fairly easily. And keep your Sharingan active so you can learn more water jutsus from him. Already one step ahead of you, replied Naruto as he had activated his Sharingan when he saw the sword coming at them. Zabuza from within the mist unleashed his ki and using the projection jutsu called out the 7 different vital points on the body. Sorry, don't remember them all. The atmosphere was a little too much for Sasuke, who thought as he pulled out a kunai, "This is just too much, I'm gonna have to." "Sasuke, calm down," assured Kakashi as he turned back to face them. "I'm not going to let my comrades die." "I wouldn't be so sure about that," declared Zabuza, who suddenly appeared between the group ready to cleave them all in two. Naruto quickly pulled out his sword and stabbed Zabuza in one swift motion. This revealed that he had stabbed a water clone as Zabuza turned into water. Well, it appears that one of your students shows promise," noted Zabuza, "but for me to recognize you, you need to have blood on your hands. Does killing a traitor in one of the demon brothers count?" asked Naruto darkly. Zabuza was a little bit stunned that a fresh-looking genin had already killed, and one of his kills was very recent. "Rather impressive, kid, and you appear to be rather skilled with that blade of yours." "Just who are you?" "Naruto Uzumaki," replied. "Naruto Uzumaki," said Zabuza, who quickly put the pieces together, paling considerably, saying the only Uzumaki that was a leaf ninja was the Red Death Kushina, the only person who could take on all 7 of us at once, and still come out on top. "Yeah, she's my mother," said Naruto. "I mean, she's been in a coma for all this time, which is why no one has seen or heard from her in so long." Zabuza's eyes went wide as he did not want to be on the receiving end of her wrath when she wakes up. So he said with some fear, "Well then, I'll kill everyone, but you. I very much don't want to have to explain to her why her son died by my hand." "Yes, making a S-ranked ninja angry is most defiantly not a good idea," agreed Kakashi, "but I'm afraid I'm still not going to let anyone die here today." "Fine by me," said Zabuza as he appeared and slashed at Kakashi, cutting him in two. But Kakashi had also created a water clone and switched places with it, as proven when he also turned into water. Both Kakashi and Zabuza both killed water clones of each other a couple of times before Zabuza managed to get a hit in on the real Kakashi, kicking him into the lake. "Something doesn't feel right, the water is far too dense," said Kakashi as he began getting out of the water. "It ends here," declared Zabuza as he rushed over water prison jutsu, trapping Kakashi in a sphere of water with Zabuza holding it in place with his hand before creating another water clone with one hand. "Seal, take Danza and run," yelled Kakashi. "Zabuza can't go anywhere while he keeps this jutsu up, and water clones can't go that far from the water." "Are you kidding?" said Naruto. "We never abandon our teammates, no matter what." "I'm with him, Kakashi. We aren't leaving you behind," added Sasuke. Sakura was just too scarred to say or do anything and was frozen stiff as a board since the start of the confrontation. "Then let's see what you can do," taunted Zabuza, not really looking towards seeing Kushina if he injures Naruto too much. "Be careful, Sasuke. Zabuza is a big threat," warned Naruto. "I can see that," replied Sasuke. Zabuza's clone came charging at them with the overhead right swing at Sasuke, who barely managed to jump back out of the way. Naruto came at Zabuza with a horizontal slash at his midsection, but Zabuza blocked the attack with his blade. "Fine blade you got there," noted Zabuza's clone. "Too bad it can't hold up to mine." "Perhaps if you were the real Zabuza," said Naruto, who then grinned. "Or if I was the real one as well, wah?" asked Zabuza's clone right before Naruto exploded in a burst of blue fire, destroying the water clone and creating a black starburst on the ground. "Exploding shadow clone," said Zabuza, who was moderately impressed with Naruto's skills so far. "But when did he make it?" "Fox fireball jutsu," yelled Naruto as he launched a large ball of blue fire at Zabuza at the same time that Sasuke launched his own fireball jutsu. This forced Zabuza to jump away and let Kakashi go. "Naruto, Sasuke, stay back and let me handle this," said Kakashi as he stood on the water. "Well, let's see if you can," said Zabuza as he began a sting of hand seals. Kakashi also going through the same hand seals as both of they finished the hand seals. They called out Water Dragon Fang Jutsu, which caused 2 massive dragons made of water to rise out of the water and charge at each other. This caused large waves to splash across the lake, the same events as in canon with Kakashi causing Zabuza to flip out with his mimicry. "Can you see into the future?" asked a weakened Zabuza wearily. "Yes, and I can see your death," said Kakashi with finality. Suddenly to Zaben, "Correct if I'm wrong here." Needles hit Zabuza in the neck, killing him. "Thank you, I've been after him for months now," said a masked ninja as he jumped down from a tree. "Let me check to make sure," said Kakashi as he checked for a pulse from Zabuza. Finding none, Kakashi stepped away. Naruto, the bookworm he was, had already figured out that Zabuza was in a death-like state, and that the hunter Nin had been watching them just in case he needed to save Zabuza. But Naruto didn't say anything as it wouldn't do anyone any good at the moment. "Now I must dispose of the body," said the ninja as he hefted Zabuza's limp form over his shoulder. "All right, thanks for the help," said Kakashi. The ninja quickly left with Zabuza's body. Kakashi suddenly collapsed. "Tsunade," cried Sakura in alarm. "Relax, Sakura, he's fine. He just collapsed from chakra exhaustion," assured Naruto. "How far is it to your house, Danza?" asked Sasuke. "It's not far from here," replied Danza. "All right then, let's get moving," said Naruto as he created 2 shadow clones to carry Kakashi to Danza's house. That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my other social media accounts. Anime God here, and I'm signing off.